finally revealed the state's witness list. Over 80 people in line to testify in the state's case against mom Caylee Anthony. The disappearance of her little girl has been a long time coming. Out to Drew Petramo with WDBO. What's the latest, Drew?
Well, first off is that list. It's 82 people. Ranges from, all the people that we've seen play prominent roles in this case. Her mother Cindy, her dad George, and her brother Lee. There's also all the people that we've seen in these audio and videotapes throughout the investigation. Her friends, her roommates, her lovers, the boys that she spent the night at their houses. There's also about 30 people that are on there that carry the title Orange County Sheriff's Office. So they're obviously part of the sheriff's office, and they also play into this case as well.
I've gone through the witness list extensively. There are over 80 witnesses listed here. A lot of them are self-explanatory, such as the Anthony family. I also see on here, out to Nikki Pierce with WDBO, Jeff Hopkins. Jeff Hopkins II. Now, isn't it true that Mom Caylee Anthony claims that is how she met Zenaida Gonzalez?
That's true, Nancy. She said that she worked with Jeff Hopkins at Kodak at Universal, and that he introduced her to Zenaida, who was a nanny for him and his child. We know that that is not the case, that Jeff Hopkins was a real person, but the circumstances Caylee made up.
Now, isn't it true, out to Natisha Lance standing by there at the Anthony home in Orlando, Natisha, isn't it true that not only does Mom Caylee Anthony state that she met the imaginary nanny through Jeff Hopkins, she claimed a co-worker, she later added to the story and said that she and Jeff Hopkins had dated, and he essentially had a baby that Zanny babysat for, and they kind of threw Caylee into the mix for free, that Zenaida Gonzalez was babysitting Caylee and somebody else?
That's correct, Nancy. The story was that he had this son, Zachary, and they were close to the same age as Caylee, and all three of them would go off to the beach and other places together, and once again that she was introduced through Jeffrey Hopkins.
And what does Jeff Hopkins say about that, Natisha Lance?
Well, we've actually spoken to Jeffrey Hopkins' father, and he indicated to us that he kind of knew Caylee in high school, but he hadn't even worked at Universal in quite some time, and he did not recall his son working there with Caylee Anthony at all.
And of course, he did not introduce Zenaida Gonzalez to Mom Caylee Anthony.
Nope, absolutely not.